Very simple, sell O of V distribution, buy O of V accumulation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and like you said here, what do you think is going on there? And this is a tricky one, so think before you answer. What do you think is going on here?
So now every time the price is
Remember, man, just remember. We only need 3 words. And it's either buy or sell. You have 1 word. You have O of V. I gave you the 2nd word. And you have either accumulation or distribution. There's a 3rd word. So in 3 words, what do you think?
buy OFV distribution.
Okay, now that's the tricky part. Okay, because
you never know whether they have closed.
exactly. But if they work in couples,
Hmm.
so you're saying that they distributed their buys, but so what else are they going to do? Because you got to think of it logically, man. If they're going to close their buys, let's say at the high,
Mhm.
what are they going to do since they're at the most expensive price?
They'll sell OFV.
They're going to sell, but if it doesn't sell off, did they sell?
They're still buying.
Very likely.
Hmm.
Very likely. This is how we really want to think about the market. This is not some guessing. You're analyzing. This is what the whole analysis is about. You're trying to see what they want to do. Who cares about what we want to do? I want to do what they want to do. I have no opinion. My opinion is whatever their opinion is. Okay? And all I need to find out, which is your job as well, what are they doing? Are they doing a bunch of buys or a bunch of sells?
They're still in their buy position.
So can I,
Mhm.
it seems that way. And then you go about and start trading, knowing what we just said. Okay, but if you're going to say, now you may be right here, sell OFV distribution, buy OV accumulation, but you may not be right about saying, okay, buy OV distribution, which just means closing their buys.
Hmm.
Obviously, if they close their buys, they're going to sell because they only close their buys at the high.
Hmm.
And then obviously they sell high. But it seems this one doesn't want to drop, but we keep seeing this. So imagine if this happens, which is likely given what we're seeing. Are you right in saying that they buy OV distribution?
No.
No. So it's very tricky, these type of things. But here we can say that, especially given that we're bullish. But maybe you could say buy OV distribution, sell OV accumulation when right there. Right?
Right.
Maybe we can say that. That would be a smart, logical deduction based on what's going on. You say, okay, they may have closed and reversed. Right? Isn't that very logical to assume?
Yes, at this moment, yes.
At this moment. And then you see this. So what changes now?
They're buying up the sell in.
Well, just keep it simple, man. Before here, what were you thinking?
I was thinking it's they just closed their buys and now it's sell
and reversed.
reverse.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you see this. What is your close their buys and reverse? Is that still true? What do you think? Do you want to change your statement now?
Yes, we don't know.
Now what can you say?
They did not close their buys.
Because and they didn't sell, likely. Okay? Because if they sold, if they closed their buys and sold, who is this guy pushing against them? Is that me and you? Is that the Instagram kids?
No.
So who is this who supposedly these BFI sold, but it comes right back, pushes up against? Are they in drawdown? Are they getting stopped out?
No.
Funny, right? All right, but so then what can we say?
These are BFIs. I mean, we have
So that they are the buyers
Mm.
and they're not the ones selling. So what could we say the sell-off? Okay. How did the sell-off get triggered? Or just a slight down move? What caused this move down? Or effect from the high to there.
mm,
Maybe if we change this, maybe you'll answer it now. What caused this down move?
maybe they closed a little bit of their orders.
Yeah, they don't do little bit stuff.
Uh,
Okay, but what is sitting at the zone?
Sell OFE, sell limit orders.
Okay, and didn't price go into the zone?
It did, yes. It took
Okay,
some-
so if there's a bunch of this sitting there, if there's a bunch of sell OFV, we did this before, sitting at the zone. This is a sell zone, man.
Mhm.
I have to go back and see what the heck happened here. This is a straight line down,
Mm.
okay? This is, well, I'll ask you, what happened here?
They clicked sell.
Pretty much, you summed it up. They clicked sell, okay? So there's a bunch of selling pressure here, okay? And we know that they sell a bunch here,
Mhm.
and when it comes back, usually if it's going to respect the zone, they'll sell more. And we have sell limit orders here, and we have new sellers coming in here. Me and you will come in here,
Mhm.
okay? But all you need to know is that a bunch of sell OLV here, because of it's just a sell zone, right?
Right.
But what does this do? This move down, what did it do to this?
Mm.
Didn't it trigger some of it?
It did, yes.
Absolutely it did. That's what caused the move down, some selling. So isn't this smaller now? Isn't there less sell orders at the zone?
Right. So it will be easier for them to just wipe.
Well, we don't know, hold your horses. We don't know easier or not easier, but didn't we see this as well?
Mhm.
Came back to the zone and we saw this, and then it came back to the zone and we saw this.
Mm.
What is happening with these down moves? What's going on?
Sell OFE orders are getting over. Like,
Are getting triggered.
yes.
So does now we have more sell at the zone or less sell OFV?
Less.
Okay, less. And as you know,
Mhm.
it's very hard to buy everything and wipe it clean.
Mm.
Look what's in the way. A little Instagram kid, some little cell volume. They wipe it clean. This is when you get some crazy candle like that.
Mm.
But you know, maybe it'll want some cell party. You can imagine cell party, cell party. Maybe they have another one before this, but who knows? We trade what we see, okay? But you understand the situation going on here,
Yes.
and hopefully you don't say, well, you can say this so we can sum it up. What we can say is sell over V accumulation, buy over V distribution, right, like we said, right there. You're absolutely fine with saying this. Now, we see that we're absolutely not fine with saying this. Cross it out. They did not distribute their buys. You get that?
Yes.
Okay, and then we read the price action, how it's interacting at the zone, and we trade it. Now, this could be a zone wipeout trade, which I might do this week. We'll see how it plays out.
Mm-hmm.
But this is how I want you to see things. And are you surprised that we're bullish on the monthly and it's doesn't want to sell off from the sell zone? Are you mad? You had a monthly, the most recent, remember what I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The most recent 5 or 10 candles, 10 candles, but the most recent monthly impulsive move, as you know, is up.
Right.
It's an upwards impulsive move. Now you could put your fib on this whole thing and see here we have some healthy retracements area that not even close to.
Right.
Okay, so we don't even have to worry about that. We're absolutely bullish on this. So, you know, this is not some crazy stuff that's going on here, which is maybe a slow wipeout of a sell zone. Very, very typical. And then the buy zone being respected down here. Very typical for bullish. And, you know, we're in an interesting spot with this AU. But any questions on anything that we discussed?
Nope.